Well, during this series called Paycheck to Paycheck, we've explored something called the 10-10-80 plan. It's a very simple plan in theory, but it's often very difficult to actually make the choice to implement it. The idea is that you give the first 10% of everything that you earn to God through the local church that you're a part of. This is known as the tithe. The next 10% is what you put away into long-term savings. The 80% that remains is what you live off of. Now, I know that at the T word, tithe, maybe you kind of instantly put up your guard a little bit. We totally get that. That's why throughout this whole series, Pastor Jim has repeatedly said that if you are not a Christ follower, don't worry about the tithe. I mean, definitely not yet. That would be, frankly, weird to give to something that you aren't even sure about yet. But I do have a challenge for you. If you aren't ready to give to the church, what if you gave somewhere? Now hear me out on this. Maybe you aren't sure that you trust, any church enough to give to it. I will say you should know that at this church, Mecklenburg Community Church, we work really hard to be trustworthy with the money that we're given. We even have an annual audit from an outside firm. And as an employee of this church, I can tell you that I literally have to log every single receipt. Even if I just buy a pencil for Met Kids, I have to fill out a form for it. And as annoying as it is, I do it gladly because I know that it ensures our financial integrity, and quite frankly, I'm proud to do it. But let's just say that you're not ready to trust us yet. I totally get that. But does that mean you shouldn't give? No. Here's my challenge. Pick somewhere and give and start, flexing your generosity muscle. Now, for those of you who do trust this place, those of you who would consider yourselves to be Christ followers, maybe your issue is that 10% just seems insurmountable. So here's my challenge for you. Start small. Start with 1%, and then work slowly to 2, and then 3, and maybe then 4. You almost treat it like a muscle. That the more you give, the easier it will be to give more. And then eventually, you'll find that you'll get to 10%. The point is, wherever you are, start giving. And trust me, you will not regret it.